When evaluating potential ERP systems, it can be easy to stick to the systems you've heard of or that are household brand names, but there's a number of up-and-coming ERP systems that you may also want to consider. What are those systems? That's what we'll talk about here today. My name is Eric Kimberling. I'm the CEO of Third Stage Consulting. We're an independent consulting firm that helps clients throughout the world reach the third stage of digital transformation success. And one of the services we provide to our clients is ERP software evaluation services. So we'll help clients evaluate their requirements, their priorities, and their needs, and then we'll help them determine which ERP system or systems might be the best fit for them. And because we're tech agnostic and objective, we're able to do this in a way that is not under the influence or influenced by software vendors. However, what we found is that a lot of times organizations stick to the brand names. They stick to SAP and Oracle and Microsoft and some of these big names that they've heard of, but there's a lot of really good systems out there that are up and coming, are very viable, have a lot of funding behind them, and might be good options for your organization. Before we dive too far into today's content, I want to share a little bit of information about Third Stage Consulting and who we are. Third Stage Consulting Group is an independent technology agnostic provider of consulting services to help clients through their digital transformations. We help with digital strategy and software selection, as well as implementation planning. And during implementation, we provide services related to program management, organizational change, business process improvement, as well as enterprise architecture. These are just some of the services we provide. We have offices in North America, as well as Europe and Asia Pacific. So if you'd like to learn more, I encourage you to check out our resource center, which includes a number of resources that will help you through your digital transformation. And you can access that for free using the QR code here or the links below. You can also reach out to me directly if you'd like to discuss your digital transformation and brainstorm ideas on how to improve where you're headed on your journey. Now let's jump back into today's content. The first software provider that you may not have heard if you're evaluating ERP systems is a company called Priority Software. And Priority Software is a company based out of Israel, and they have a really good market share and penetration in Israel, but they're not as well known throughout the world. However, they've got a really good product, especially for organizations that are in manufacturing, distribution, and retail, for example. And they have a very user-friendly interface. They have a lot of clients that are both in the small and mid-market as well as larger enterprises. So it's a product that can be right-sized for a smaller or mid-sized organization, but it's also a product that can scale for larger organizations as well. One of the unique factors of Priority Software that a lot of software vendors don't offer is this hybrid model or flexible deployment model to where you could deploy either cloud versions of the software or on-prem or some hybrid of both. And that's something that a lot of organizations find appealing if they're not fully sold on some of the inflexibilities of cloud options. They also provide a number of industry-tailored solutions too, so pre-configured solutions that are meant to fit the functionality and specific needs of manufacturers and distributors, for example. So if you are an industry that is served by Priority Software, chances are pretty high that the software is going to fit your needs potentially, and it's something you might want to consider. And then finally, Priority Software also provides some very good integration tools. So if you have third-party or legacy systems that you need to maintain for whatever reason, Priority Software has an open architecture with some open APIs that make it a little bit easier to integrate with other systems. So with all that being said, Priority Software is one of those softwares that you may want to consider when you're evaluating potential ERP systems. Next on our list of up-and-coming ERP systems is a product called Odoo. And you may have heard of Odoo because it's one of the leading ERP providers that's open source. They're based out of Europe and they're spending heavily in R&D and marketing outside of Europe as well. Odoo was recently valued at $5 billion. They recently just got an infusion of cash from Google's parent company called Alphabet, as well as a number of other private equity firms. They just got $500 million of investment from private equity. So they really are trying to scale up the company and go after SAP, and that is their designated target in going up market to provide a simpler, more cost-effective, and less complex and risky system that can compete with SAP. Now, the reason that we see organizations deploy Odoo is because it's a relatively simple system. It's not nearly as complex as some other systems in the marketplace. It's open source, meaning you can try the software for free. It's sort of that freemium model where you can try it up to a certain point and then you pay after that. It's cloud-based. It's something that you can grow into. So if you're a small business, it's something that you can slowly add on and build in new modules over time. And it's also relatively easy to use when you compare it to other systems in the market. Now, the other interesting thing about Odoo is that they've built quite a robust ecosystem around it. So you've got a lot of developers out there that know Odoo. It's a very passionate community. There are a lot of third-party apps that can be tied into Odoo, so there's a lot of different ways that you can deploy Odoo, and it provides a lot of flexibility. So if you are looking for alternate options, maybe more cost-effective, simpler options than those normal household brand names, I encourage you to check out Odoo as one of those options. Next on our list of top up-and-coming ERP systems is a product called Acumatica. And Acumatica is a product that we see often in the manufacturing space as well as distribution and construction. So if you're in any sort of asset-intensive or manufacturing-intensive industry, it could be something that's a good fit that you might want to consider. It's a cloud-based system. It's actually grown a lot in the recent years, and it's a product that we're continuing to see more of over time, especially in the small and mid-market. One of the really appealing things about Acumatica, and one of the reasons why it's so well built for the mid-market, for the industries it serves, is because it has usage-based pricing, meaning that you pay for what you use rather than paying for a number of users or a number of modules. So it's more based on usage and volume transactions and that sort of thing rather than some of the more costly or more complex pricing models that some of the other software vendors provide. So it's a good way to grow into the product without having to invest a ton of money upfront for functionality and usage that you're just simply not going to use. So if you're in the mid-market, if you're in manufacturing, distribution, construction, or one of the other industries that Acumatica serves, it may be worth checking out Acumatica as an emerging and up-and-coming ERP system. Next on our list of up-and-coming ERP systems is a product called Nextor. And Nextor is the one product on this list that isn't quite ready for market. It hasn't been introduced yet to the market, but it is still under development and there's a lot of money behind the product. Now, just to give you some backdrop, and the reason why it's such an interesting and intriguing product is because it is founded by the daughter of John McVaney, who is the founder of JD Edwards, if you remember them. JD Edwards was acquired by Oracle decades ago, and he was actually involved in the startup of this organization or this product as well prior to his passing a few years ago. But his daughter runs the company now, and it's meant to be, it sounds like, somewhat of a JD Edwards version 2.0 for the modern world. And it sounds like they're going to be investing and focusing heavily on manufacturing and distribution among other industries. It's meant to be a low-code, no-code type of development environment, so cloud-based with low-code, no-code, so they're really taking advantage of some of this modern technology out there, including artificial intelligence too. They appear to be investing heavily in AI, and one of the good things about being a new product that has not been released yet is that they're not going through some of the growing pains that a lot of older legacy ERP providers are. They're able to build the foundation of their system on modern technology without having to worry about upgrading it to more modern infrastructures like a lot of software vendors are. So keep an eye out for Nextor. It's something you may not be able to purchase here today at the time we're filming this video, but it is something that should be available in the market shortly. And if you're in the manufacturing or distribution space, it could be something that's a good fit for your organization. Next on our list of up-and-coming ERP systems is a product called Rapid. Now, Rapid is not your traditional ERP software provider. It's actually arguably not even an ERP system. But what it is more of a development platform to where you can create apps and workflows using a low-code, no-code environment. So this can be a great option for organizations that aren't quite ready to rip out all their legacy systems and replace them with back-office systems. This could be a good interim or hybrid solution that takes the best of what you have and allows you to build additional apps and workflows on top of the existing infrastructure you have in place. Now, what's really interesting about this product in this company is that it was founded by someone named Jan Baan, who is the founder of Baan Software, which was acquired by Infor. And since Jan Baan left Infor, he's started a couple other software companies, including this company called Rapid. So he's taking sort of the best of all of his lessons over 45 years of having been in the ERP space and building a new product on a cloud infrastructure that really reimagines what ERP systems can be. The product is built on the Google infrastructure, and it's been a partner of Google for quite a few years now. And the company is also investing heavily in AI for things like document processing and other functionality that's very specific to certain industries. So Rapid might be a really intriguing option, an alternative to your traditional ERP system, but it's still one of those products that a lot of people haven't heard of yet. So I hope this has given you a few ideas of different products you might want to look at in the marketplace. We, of course, are not affiliated with any of these software vendors, but we want to provide you some options and different systems that you might consider in addition to the household brand names and the systems you've already heard of. But I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments below. What other systems are out there that aren't household names but really well known, or systems that you've had good experience with? I'd love to see your comments below. Now, if you'd like to learn more about some of the leading ERP systems in the marketplace, I encourage you to download our 2025 Digital Transformation Report. It includes our top 10 ranking of the top ERP systems in the marketplace, as well as a number of other best practices to help you through your digital transformation. You can download that for free by scanning the QR code right here, or you can go to the links below. So hope you found this information useful and hope you have a great day. Next on our list of top emerging ERP systems, up and coming ERP systems, let me do that again. Figured off the shelf. I don't know.